Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to Ascend. It's great to be here in the nation's capital. This is our first time here in DC. We've got twice the amount of people we had last year in Las Vegas. How many of you here in the audience first time at Ascend? Raise your hand. Oh, we got a lot. Well, welcome to Ascend. This is a unique experience that we've curated with our partners. It's what we call DC Space Week. And the week is actually already started. On Sunday and Monday, the Space Generation Advisory Council hosted SGX, an event that's focused on students and young professionals. I was honored to open their program on Sunday, and I can assure you that the future of space is in very good hands. Yesterday, Aerospace Corporation hosted our first classified day out in Chantilly, Virginia. We had over 100 participants, including NRO Director Chris Scalise, Space Force General Sean Bratton, the Vice Chief of Space Operations, the new President and CEO of Aerospace Corporation, Tanya Pemberton, and Laura McGill, who's the Director of the Sandia National Laboratories. It was a spirited conversation, I told. So it was great, and we're really happy that Aerospace could host us. Looking ahead today, action-packed program. After this plenary at 9:30, our premier event partner, the Commercial Space Federation, has brought its two-day Space Policy Summit here to Ascend, and those sessions will be taking place right next door in the West Ballroom, and that's going to start at 9:30. Our other big partner, the ISS National Lab, has brought their ISS R&D conference. That will be taking place on this ballroom over here on the right-hand side. So depending on which you want to go to after this session. We also have Bryce Tech, who is our partner leading Investors Day, those of you coming from the investment community. Those sessions are taking place in the Jefferson Ballroom just down the hall. And our founding partner, Lockheed Martin, will keep the conversation going right here in this room around Orion and how it is accelerating the Artemis program. We've crafted a new model for Ascend this year. We've added an impressive array of partners to create in-depth programming for you all. We have all day long 4 stages going. I know it sounds complicated, but it's going to work. We have firesides, we have keynotes, we have workshops, and even an expo on our hub stage in the expo hall. We have conversations going on there. Plus, we've got 100 technical papers being presented this week. That's the hallmark of AIAA, is our technical breadth and scope, and we appreciate all of our technical committees putting together that programming. I want to thank our partners, CSF, Bryce Tech, the ISS National Lab, plus Aerospace Corporation, Nova Space, the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum, the Space Force Association, and the Space Generation Advisory Council. Thank you guys for helping us pull this thing together. And I got a pro tip for you. If you want to get all that and figure out what's going on, download the app from either the App Store or Google Play. You can plan your day around the sessions by downloading that AIAA app for all of our events. The strength of AIAA is convening the space community to learn and to connect. And we can't do it without the support of our generous sponsors. So a little bit of a commercial. Our founding sponsor, Lockheed Martin, has been with us at Ascend since 2000, so 7 years. They've helped us create this unique event. We very much appreciate their long-standing support for this event and engagement. Our premier sponsor is the Aerospace Corporation. Our silver sponsors are Boryung and Peraton, and our bronze sponsors are the Boeing Company, Intuitive Machines, and L3 Harris. Additional sponsors include ANSYS, BAE Systems, Canopy Aerospace and Defense, the Maryland Aerospace Alliance, Northrop Grumman, RTX, and Voyager Technologies. Thank you guys for helping us put this thing on. In addition, the Commercial Space Federation, CSF, and their Space Policy Summit has a whole range of, I'm not going to read through all the names up there, but you can see who all those sponsors are. We thank them for supporting that event as well. And finally, I want to thank the Guiding Coalition and our Technical Planning Committee. They've made this program come to life. Thank you guys for your support. It's a privilege to be here this week with so many esteemed leaders from the civil, commercial, and national security space community, as well as some of our international partners. And increasingly, we're seeing new industries from different parts of the world come to understand that space is central to their future. We're especially honored this morning to have NASA Administrator Jarek Isaacman kick off the day, and I'm excited to hear his views on unlocking the space economy. Jared's no stranger to Ascend. I met him back in Las Vegas back in 2021, where he spoke after returning from his first space flight commanding the Inspiration 4 mission. So we're really pleased to have him back. This is, in case you haven't been paying attention, a remarkable time for space. It's the most exciting time in my career, 30 years in the space sector. Last month, of course, everybody knows Artemis 2 it showed the world basically how space exploration can inspire millions of people here on Earth, and went farther than we've ever gone, almost 250,000 miles away from Earth with those 4 astronauts, and provided us an amazing perspective looking back at Earth with incredible images. The mission showed once again that the future is built by communities working together across institutions and across generations. How many people in this room worked on the Artemis program in some way? Raise your hand. Congratulations, guys. Thank you. Each of you were part of that amazing journey. You're enabling that next giant leap forward, and the next steps are coming quickly. On Thursday this week, Starship 3 is scheduled for their 12th test flight. We'll see how that goes this week. Then we have the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope that's being prepared just up the road at the Goddard Space Flight Center in Maryland. That launch is set for September now. The Blue Moon Mark 1 lander has come out of Thermovac from Blue Origin. That's scheduled to be part of the NASA's CLIPS program, scheduled to launch later this year. So a lot of things happening in the space community. And the work being done today is the foundation of an exciting future we've dreamt about since Dr. Robert Goddard ignited his first liquid fuel rocket 100 years ago. We're celebrated that anniversary this year, and in March was the anniversary of his first flight. So space is now becoming a platform for advanced medicine, for manufacturing, and what we know is that it's a must-have capability for creating economic growth here on planet Earth. We can't imagine operating in a world without space. It's an inspiration. It's exciting for entrepreneurs, for innovators, for defenders, for dreamers, and for the newly formed Artemis generation. That's why Ascend matters. That's why we're here, because we need not just a technology conversation, which is important. We need a policy conversation. We need a capital formation conversation. We need a workforce conversation and a global leadership conversation. And there's no better place for that to take place than here in Washington, D.C. Washington sits at the nexus of innovation and policy. And the decision made here now, that's going to shape what gets built, who participates, and how fast we can move forward. This is where we see the United States and its partners continue to lead in the new space race with China. We see China accelerating its lunar programs with the Chang'e 7 lunar robotic mission that's scheduled for later this year. And they aspire as well to land a crew on the lunar surface by 2030. This is where investment meets opportunity. And many of you in the room know that the global space economy now stands, depending on how you count it, at about $600 billion. Some say even $1 trillion, maybe if you throw in Uber Eats, I don't know. But yeah. But anything that's linked to GPS explodes that number. We're on the doorstep of a historic IPO in June. SpaceX is talking about a valuation somewhere between 1.5 and $2 trillion. That's just mind-blowing, mind-boggling. What we know now is that space is dominating the news. So as we begin Ascend this week, I want you not only to celebrate our progress, but also to ask a few important consequential questions. How does the commercial sector and the government work together to achieve our goals in space? How do we continue to lead in space exploration while best utilizing the vast resources of outer space to make life better here on planet Earth? And how are we protecting and thinking about those strategic assets in orbit that underpin so much of the economy here on planet Earth? So this is a critical time for space, and this is the right community to meet that moment. So thank you for being here, and welcome to Ascend.